All right, let's talk about something we all think we know, back-to-school shopping. But here's the thing, the rules of the game have completely changed. And what's happening now reveals some really surprising things about how we shop, what we actually value, and where our money is really going.
So, when you picture the back-to-school season, what do you see? You're probably thinking, a quick run to the store for some notebooks, maybe a new backpack. But what if I told you that entire picture is, well, totally outdated?
Yeah, because that simple errand, it's exploded into a massive $41 billion retail bonanza. And it's not just about the money. This season has become a fascinating window into our biggest priorities, and even our anxieties. So let's start with the first huge change, the calendar.
Okay, so rule number 1. Back-to-school season doesn't even wait for summer to wind down anymore. Nope, it's become this full-on summer squeeze.
Think about it. The starting gun now fires way back in early July. You've got these huge sales events like Amazon's Prime Day basically kicking the whole thing off. By the middle of July, the race is already in full swing. It hits a peak in August, and then there's that final mad dash. So yeah, those lazy late August shopping trips, they're pretty much a thing of the past. And look, the numbers don't lie. Get this. A staggering 2/3 of families have already started their shopping by early July. We're not talking about a few super organized early birds here. This is the new normal. This is how it's done now. Okay, so people are shopping earlier. But what does the spending actually look like? Well, this is where things get really interesting. We're seeing what you could call the great budget battle. It's this really fascinating paradox, right? On one hand, you've got nearly 3/4 of families saying they expect to spend the same or even more than last year. But then, at the exact same time, almost half of all shoppers are hunting for sales and using coupons more than ever. So we're willing to open our wallets, but we're going to be really smart about how we do it. So where is all that cash going? Well, the answer is right there in black and white. Just look at that top line. A full quarter, 1 in 4 parents, are planning to drop over $500 on technology alone. Tech isn't just some accessory anymore. It is the single biggest ticket item, blowing past even clothes and all those traditional supplies. And to save money, especially on those huge tech purchases, people are getting seriously creative. You're not going to believe this. 1 in 5 shoppers are now using AI tools to sniff out the best deals. I mean, we've moved way beyond clipping coupons. This is high-tech, next-level bargain hunting. So all this smart, tech-savvy deal hunting, it naturally sets the stage for a major retail showdown. And with everyone comparing prices online, you just assume that e-commerce has won the war, right? That stores are dead? Well, the reality is way more complicated than that. Okay, get ready for a twist. The #1 place people go for back-to-school shopping? It isn't a website. It's Walmart. A massive 80% of people plan to shop there. That's more than Amazon. So brick-and-mortar stores aren't just surviving this thing, they are actually leading the pack. So what gives? Why are people still flocking to physical stores? I think this quote really nails it. That trip to pick out a new lunchbox, to try on headphones, it's not just a chore on a to-do list. It's a ritual. It's a real, tangible experience, something an algorithm just can't give you. And this might be the craziest twist of all. The data shows that Gen Z parents, the most digital native generation ever, are actually more likely to shop only in physical stores than older generations like millennials or Gen X. Think about that. They're the ones leading this totally unexpected comeback for brick-and-mortar stores because they're seeking out that real-world experience. Okay, so we know when people are shopping and where they're going. But what are they actually buying? What's going into the cart? Or, I guess, into the modern backpack?
No surprise here. Technology is front and center. A full 50%, half of all shoppers plan to buy tech. It's not an extra anymore. It's a core category, just as essential as pencils and paper used to be.
And we're not talking about little gadgets here. We're talking serious hardware. We're talking headphones and earbuds, tablets, full-on laptops from big names like Apple, HP, and Dell. These are the fundamental tools for learning today. And you're even seeing AI-enabled devices pop up on the list. Okay, but hold on, because this is where it gets really fascinating. At the exact same time people are loading up on all that tech, an almost identical number, nearly 50%, are also buying personal care items. This points to a huge shift in what school supplies even means.
It's like the modern shopping hall is split right down the middle. You've got the stuff for the brain and the stuff for, well, self-care. Right next to that new laptop, you've got students picking up fragrances, skincare products, and cosmetics. And this isn't just about looking good. It's a tool for self-expression, for building the confidence you need to walk into that new school year.
So let's pull all this together. We've got a season that starts way earlier, we've got this weird paradox in our budgets, we've got physical stores making a comeback, and a shopping list that's half tech, half self-care. When you look at all of that, it's more than just a picture of today. It's a blueprint for the entire future of retail.
The name of the game for retailers today is something called omni-channel precision. Basically, it means it's not enough to be good online or good in stores anymore. You have to be great at both. You have to have products that pop on a Walmart shelf, and you have to be powerful enough to show up in the Amazon algorithm. Success today means being everywhere your customer is and making it all feel connected.
So in the end, back-to-school shopping has really just become a mirror. That modern shopping list, it's basically a receipt that shows all our priorities. Tech for our brains, self-care for our confidence, and this constant strategic hunt for value in a pretty complicated world. Which really just leaves one last question to think about. What does your list say about you?